Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this very exciting run of Blackrock Cavern. I can't promise I know what the hell I'm doing. I can't promise the group knows what the hell we're doing. I know for a fact, I and at least two other people, this is the first time we've ever been here. So this should be fun. By which I mean, awful. So the first room here, you can see there's Romog, Bonecrusher, and while I know for a fact you guys want to see me kill him right away, the room is filled with ogres, which I guarantee if you pull him, they'll all pull. It's just one of those facts of life, right? So we're just going to kill these guys really quick. I'm not really sure too much about the logistics of the dungeon. I do know it's a 5-man, 80-81, as is evident and obvious by what you're watching. I also know for the lore fans is that basically Deathwing made some tunnels from the Twilight Highlands to Blackrock, I assume to transport supplies and crap back and forth. Why? I don't know what he's up to, and it's led by one of his generals. I think that's about the gist of the area. I'm sure there's much more story to it, but I don't know what it is. Let's talk Bonecrusher for a minute. Apparently Bonecrusher is pretty much a stay out of his way kind of guy. If you're ranged, stay back. If you're melee, stay behind him. You know, the usual. He has swings and cleaves and all sorts of crap he does. He also has an earthquake ability, which, you know, if you're standing one place, get the hell out of wherever the hell you were standing. And basically that's it. There's one thing I did not know he had, which you'll see here in the video. He has this chain ability that sucks you towards him and keeps you in chains, and you have to beat up the chains in order to escape. Pretty straightforward. While you're in the chains, he does some like radius AoE attack. You need to break the chains to get out, so you don't get your ass blown up by the AoE. You know, like I said, pretty straightforward. Now you can see in the background there that little vortex whirlwind kind of graphic. There's a guy being held captive in there, and even though there isn't a quest or anything, maybe there is, I just, you know, don't have it. We're supposed to save him, and he's going to help us out. My tank, as you can see, says he needs all the time in the world to get aggro, so we're gonna let him. Anyway, we probably should go help him, huh? So, cue some boss battle music! Wow, as you can see, I was horrifically unprepared to heal, but, you know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, and then brag about it. Anyway, you saw that guy. Once you free him, he runs around and beats up dudes for you. I honestly thought we had to fight him, because he looks like a boss we'd have to fight, right? But apparently he's on our side. Who knew? So he's running around kicking ass for us. You know, I probably should have raised this dude, but I really didn't care. So when you continue on through, you enter the deeper parts of this area. Apparently, there's a lot more bad stuff going on in here than we thought. You can see our dude is still helping us kill. He's taking out all the big guys in our way, which is great. Then he just jumps off, and we were like, oh, okay. At first I thought we had to fight him. Then he was on our side. I was like, awesome. Then he vanished. I was like, oh. Okay. So a lot more guys, but you can see in the other room there is a dragon. Now, I don't know what dragon that is. I don't know if it's a specific flight or if it's a black dragon or a twilight dragon, but they're draining it of its power. I'm not sure why. Like I said before, this is my first time in here, and I don't know any quest reasons why the stuff in here is going on. I just know the general outline of what this area is. So let me just say I apologize. But that guy is chained. He is not there out of his free will, that is for sure. And he's being drained into that Twilight boss down there. Now this boss fight that's coming up, as you will see, we actually died to it because we had no clue what we were doing. I mean, I don't think any of us read up on bosses in here. I'm sure we could have gone to WoW Wiki or WoWhead or MMO Champion or something, but we didn't. We were just like, let's go explore, have fun, see what it is. And actually, I was on the phone at this very moment with a friend who may or may not work for Blizzard, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, and he was actually telling me what to do. So I'm yelling at people, telling him, like, give me a second to talk to this guy, figure out what to do. You know, he probably knows, because he's actually played this before. Trust me, we can do this. And they're like, no, F it. Let's just go down there and try it. So, we were like, all right, sure. Our strategy this first time was simply go down, take out the boss as quick as possible, worry about the ads. Now, for those who are aware, what happens is the ads get this beam put on them from that dragon that you saw. If the beam stacks on them for a long period of time, they become these super dragon guys and pretty much go crazy. We did not know that. And so, of course, we jumped in here like morons, ready to die for a cause, let's say. Even threw on my little ogre suit, because I thought I'd be awesome. Like, I'm gonna beat it as an ogre! Right? And so we ran off headlong into battle, hoping for the best and getting the worst, as you will soon see. You notice no one is even trying to stop those guys. They just beat on the tank there, and then they come for us. And once that happens, we all slowly start to die. They take out the healer, no heals. You know the story. Down goes Mojo! So after they kill us all, we come back and we come up with a new strategy. And I swear it has nothing to do with the real strategy. The real strategy is something along the lines of there are beams. And the beams give you a stacking debuff. And after it hits 100, you become mind controlled, right? You're supposed to put someone in front of one of them, or maybe two, let them pop, kill them, take your time with the boss. That's not a good idea. Apparently, my friend, he's on the phone telling me this, and we were like, you know what? There's gotta be a quicker way. So we decided to burn it down. We were like, let's see if we can just beat it straight up. So that's what we did. Cue boss battle music! Boss down. And of course, if you were listening to Ventrilla right now, you'd hear a bunch of swearing and cheering, and we thought we were badasses for killing a non-heroic level 81 boss. Yeah, so I guess that's what happens when you got nothing better to do. We were like, yeah! Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, we thought we were very cool, but no, we are not. Anyway, take a look at that dragon. It doesn't have a name or anything. I wish I knew more about it. Sorry, guys. I would tell you if I knew, but I don't. If you're looking for, like, a difficulty level in this dungeon, you guys want some feedback, it's not really difficult. There's a lot here, and I think the reason why we're taking our time and having some issues is because it's new, and we didn't research like, you know, all the good players and good guilds do. I never once claimed to be good at anything that has to do with World of Warcraft. So trust and believe. This is just a fun little excursion for us. Now, what you will notice is as we turn the corner here, we decided to explore this area up here because we didn't know what was back here. And you'll see, at some point, there's just a wall. And we're like, what the hell? And we're cracking up because we don't know if we're going to fall off into oblivion or whatever. So, of course, we're daring each other to go through. And we go through, and it's like, oh, there's a different area. But then there's a giant cliff. So if we had gone through and lagged, we'd all be dead. But why that's there, I don't know. It's still awesome. So we run back around, and of course there's more guys to kill, and we just AoE them down. There's one thing I'm starting to dislike with Blizzard, and I, you know, this is just personal preference. There's a lot of packs where all you do in instances now is just AoE. If you have a mage or a warlock, or doesn't really matter anymore, because I think everyone has an AoE now. There's a lot of packs of guys, and you just AoE them down really quick, and that's that. And if they could incorporate more, I hate to say this, gimmicky fights, maybe less gimmicky on the bosses, more gimmicky on the stuff you do to get to the bosses. Make it a little more, like, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. It's quite possible. Oh, and something really quick. People keep asking me all the time how I level alts and my strategies for doing so. I don't. Every character you see besides Mojo and Emojo, which are the same character really, are pre-made. Blizzard provides you with awesome pre-made characters in the beta, which I just use to run around and do stuff. So no, I have no alts. It doesn't happen. Anyway, so at this point, we saw this huge pack of guards, and we're like, oh, we're screwed. And then all of a sudden, this dude comes out and saves us, which was awesome. And so we're yelling and cracking up and Van like, oh yeah! And at this point, I say, we have to get at least a few hits on him so we can get the experience. Which is probably complete gibberish. So we're trying to sneak some experience while this guy one-shots him, which is great. And then he runs off, and of course, just when we think we're going to get him again, he jumps away. Like, why would you do that? And unfortunately, he leaves us in a horrible, horrible room with a horrible, horrible boss that we did not research. And apparently, speaking of gimmicks, this is a gimmick fight. And it took us a while to figure out what that gimmick was. And yeah, I dare you to guess. Anyway, that's it for this one. I'll bring you part 2 very shortly.